Hey there, and thank you for joining me during this mixed media collage session in this journal that I have had sitting around for quite some time and have wanted to work in it, but just haven't been able to find the time. And that is what I want to talk about today is finding the time to make art. I realized recently that I kind of felt like getting to make art is a privilege and like something to be earned and like a reward for, I don't know, getting things done. Um, and I realized after an email from an email list that I'm on, um, the person writing it mentioned just that like it's not something to be earned. It is literally part of my self care. And that kind of depriving myself of this time to sit down and be creative and be messy and not put pressure on myself to get something right or perfect. I don't know about you, but I am a recovering perfectionist, I will say, that I really need to carve out that time for myself. And by doing that, I am going to be a better parent and a better wife and a better friend and a better all of the things that I want to be for the people around me because I'm taking care of myself. And this is your invitation to do that with me as well. My plan this year on my YouTube channel here is to do a lot more of this. And I am committed to whatever it looks like, I'm going to put it out there. I think that's another part of what I'm feeling right now is taking that pressure off of myself. Like I said, to be perfect, whatever that means, to not mess up again, whatever that means, and find the confidence in myself to do something poorly sometimes, or maybe that it's not my best, and that's okay. Like that is, I know that is where we grow. And there's something about making art for me that I have a hard time living that part. Like I feel like every other aspect of my life, like I can totally screw up and be like, you know what, it's fine. And when it comes to my art, it has always been this need to be perfect and for it to look exactly the way I wanted it to. And I've really decided to let that go. My word for this year is rebirth. I pick one every year, and this year is rebirth. And I picked it because I am in a phase in my life where I feel like I really kind of need to reinvent myself. Like I'm very perimenopausal. I'm about to turn 47. And, if you've been through it yet or you're going through, it's like reverse puberty. And I am realizing that I really need to change my expectations for myself and the way I treat myself and the way I do things. And I'm here for it. And again, if you're in that phase of life, like I invite you to do it with me. It's time. It's time for me. It is time to let go of a lot of things that are not serving me and having confidence in myself that I can do things differently and that those different things are going to be the right things. I got let go from a job last week and it was unexpected. But at the same time, it was something that I needed. I didn't feel comfortable quitting. So I was hanging on and trying to find a way to kind of ease myself out of it. And I had just told my husband like 2 days before that I did not want my life to be this way. Like, this is not what I want to wake up and do every day. And the universe provided. And when it happened, like my brain was like, you should panic right now. But my gut was like, actually, you asked for this and I got you. Like the universe was like, here you go. Like, here it is. You asked for it and I will provide. And I have taken this as a sign that like, I guess I'm on the right track. At 47 and again, if you're a grown up, I'm sure you've been through a lot too. I've been through so many things in my life at this point and I'm still here. And every time something really big and scary happens, I come out on the other side better for it and having grown and feeling more confident in who I am. And so this is my year of doing all those things, of finding my way back to being an artist. I started out as an art major when I was 18. I went to Savannah College of Art and Design. I was so excited. And a lot of things happened and I couldn't graduate from there. I couldn't go back. And it was after that, a lot of years of like a lot of depression and not making much art. And I went back recently with my daughter with our Girl Scout troop, and my brain at first told me, wow, like this is that you failed. Like this is what where you were supposed to graduate from, who you were supposed to be, and like you were not that girl that you set out to be. And I really had to check myself hard and was like, actually, like I think 18-year-old Maggie would be pretty proud of me. I think she'd be surprised, but she would also be pretty proud of how I have handled things and what I've done with myself, and that I have, through many circuitous routes, come back to this point of making art and being an artist. And I think probably finding the confidence that I now have, because I was very, very self-conscious and scared and depressed at that age. And so looking back on where I am now and how much I've grown as a person, I should be really proud of myself. And I am. And so I say all of that in a very rambling way because I know I'm not alone in this. Whenever I talk to anyone else, it's a lot of the same feelings of either you're not able to make yourself a priority. I think a lot of times it's not making yourself a priority and not feeling like you're allowed to, and being stuck in these places that we don't want to be stuck in because we feel like we have to or we're supposed to. And it doesn't have to be that way. I think we do get to make a lot of choices. And I think that whatever you put out to the universe, like you get back the energy that you put out there. And I have seen that over and over again. I am a firm believer in manifestation, which I think I will talk about in another video. I'm going to do a little art journaling and story time series because I have a lot on my mind. And one of the things too is that I've committed to this year is making art every day and also journaling. It is where I have the most connection with myself and the most breakthroughs. And I'm going to be publishing a lot more of that kind of content on this channel. So if you like this, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and I will see you next time.